What's going on YouTube? It's LCMuscles here, and today for hashtag Workout Wednesdays, me and my buddy Joe will be doing week 2 picks for the NFL season while working on bikes. Yep, this is this segment again, and we're going to start off right now. Right now, the first game on the list is tomorrow night. It's the New York Jets against the New England Patriots. This is going to be a big game. What do you think, Joe?
Oh, Patriots, hands down.
Hands down?
I mean, even with Amendola out, I mean, you still have Tom Brady.
Right.
Geno Smith still hasn't proven himself yet, so.
Right.
There's no Wes Welker.
There is no Wes Welker. Awesome. So yeah, though, I'm picking Patriots. It might be a bit closer, but I'm picking them 27-20. Next game, the St. Louis Rams against the Atlanta Falcons. What do you have for this one?
Tough loss for Atlanta.
It was a tough loss.
But they're at home, right?
They're at home.
Okay, so they might have the advantage, and
They do.
let the Rams. I don't know what they're like on the road, but hey, we may have another tie. But I'll pick Atlanta.
Pick Atlanta? I'm picking Atlanta too. It's going to be closer than people think. Picking Atlanta 30, St. Louis 28. Next game, the Carolina Panthers against the Buffalo Bills. Both coming off possible upset losses, but they're still very close to being two top teams in the NFL, but they fell just short. So, this game is going to be E.J. Manuel versus Cam Newton. It's going to be a great game. And, you know, I think I might have to go with the upset pick with this one. If it's considered an upset, I'm not sure if it's considered an upset, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going Buffalo 17, Carolina 14. Low scoring game. What do you have?
Just because it's. I don't know.
Buffalo.
It's EJ. You don't really. I mean, he did great. I mean, he did the best out of any quarterback in the AFC East.
He did.
This past week. But I don't know. I really don't. I mean, it's Buffalo at home, right?
Yep,
Again.
Buffalo at home.
Again. So, I mean, if I really have to, I don't know. I'd say Cam Newton needs to get at least some momentum going.
He does.
So, Panthers.
All right. So Panthers. Next game, the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Bears are at home this game. Bears coming off a big win, which I picked correctly, against the Bengals. And the Vikings are coming off an upset loss against Detroit. The Vikings need to get something going if they don't want to go 0-2. The Vikings are definitely have some struggles in their past because of Christian Palmer mainly, but in the end, I think it's going to be a very close game. I think Adrian Peterson seals the game with a late last-minute touchdown for the Vikings to win 27. The Chicago Bears 23. What do you got, Joe?
Bears really impressed me
They did.
this past week. And I think they're going to continue that trend.
All right.
They're on a roll. So I'm going to say Bears.
All right, so we got the Bears. All right, next game, the Washington Redskins against the Green Bay Packers. This is definitely a tough one to predict. The Redskins were close to coming back and being Philadelphia, but they fell short. The Green Bay Packers were close to being 49ers, but they fell short. There's none of these teams want to go 0-2. So it's going to be very tough to predict this one, but I got to go with the favorite here. Green Bay 30, Washington 26. What do you got?
Well, both teams lost.
Yep. Both of them doing
Green Bay, Green Bay has more weapons.
They do.
But it's RG3. He's a young kid. But the Redskins have really, they really showed just how weak they were in week 1.
They were pretty bad until the last quarter.
The Eagles shouldn't have. It was a close game, but the Eagles really pulled that off. So,
They did.
and it's only going to get worse for the Redskins for right now. They'll get better, but I have to say Packers, just because they need the win, and I think they will get that win.
All right. So they both have the same agreement. Next game on the list is going to be the Miami Dolphins against the Indianapolis Colts. Wow. Both teams coming off of good wins. The Colts came back and beat the Raiders. The Dolphins pretty much crushed the Browns, as I predicted. This is a tough one here. Dolphins are on the road. Indianapolis is at home. It's going to be very, very loud. It's going to be a rematch from last year's game, which was a classic. I don't know what to pick. All right. Calling me crazy, but I'm going to go with the hometown team, the team that I'm near located at. That's the Miami Dolphins. 20, Indianapolis 17, a low-scoring game. What do you got?
Rematch. They're so good.
You are.
I mean, Alex, our friend Alex will tell you that Andrew Luck and Ryan Tannehill are the new Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady feud.
Right.
I mean, if things go right, this could be the two Super Bowl teams in the future. I mean, two teams in the future that compete in the AFC Championship. But
Definitely.
here's the thing: Dolphins are on the road for the second time.
Yep.
Colts are at home for the second time. And they were on a roll at home. They're really good at home. My heart wants to go with Dolphins, and I'm going to be rooting for them on Sunday.
Absolutely.
But got to be honest here. Got to go with the Colts. It's got
Alright,
everything. I mean, everything that's said about them at home. I mean, evidence would suggest that that's the more likely team to go with.
Right. Man, Alex is not going to be happy with that one. Alex will not be happy. Next game, the Dallas Cowboys against the Kansas City Chiefs. Both coming off impressive wins. Kansas City against Jacksonville, who's going to be 0-16 at the end of the year. I'm predicting that. And the Dallas Cowboys, who beat the Giants due to Joseph May. And in my dismay, I wanted the Giants to win, because I hate the Cowboys. But they won nonetheless. This is going to be tough. Kansas, it's at Arrowhead Stadium. Very loud environment. It's going to be a great environment because it's Andy Reid's home opener. It's very tough to go with who's going to win this one. Which team? It's going to come down to which team commits the fewest turnovers. And my gut's telling me the home team, Kansas City. 26, Cowboys 23 in overtime. What do you got?
Okay, here's the thing. I hate Dallas with a passion.
Of course.
I mean, I'm a Giants fan.
Everyone hates the Cowboys.
But,
Except Cowboys fans.
but I love New York. Giants, not the Jets, the Giants. But here's the thing. Kansas City, they really went up against the worst team. I mean, it's obvious they were going to get that many points. We don't really know what the Chiefs are like playing up against really tough teams. This new Alex Smith, Andy Reid combo.
Yep.
But Kansas City is at home.
They are.
Dallas is away, but Tony Romo, for what he is, I mean, say what you want about him, because he's probably going to pull off an amazing victory of sorts. I mean, I picked Tony Romo as my top quarterback in one of my drafts. So, just because I'm not quite sure on Kansas City, but I know what Dallas is like. As much as I hate to say it, Dallas.
People are going to disagree with you, but
I know.
They are on the favorite. They are the favorites, so we'll see what happens. Next game, the Cleveland Browns against the Baltimore Ravens. I think both teams are coming off losses, bad losses. One where Peyton Manning threw 7 touchdowns. One where the Dolphins crushed them, like I predicted. This is going to be tough because both teams need a win if they don't want to go 2. But I got to look at the track record to see how each team's done in the AFC North. The Browns are terrible. Ravens are a lot better. So, giving the Baltimore Ravens pretty convincingly at home. 27-13. Final score. What do you got?
Ravens over Browns, enough said.
All right. Quick and easy. Yeah, that's like how I like it. Next game, the Tennessee Titans against the Houston Texans. Houston is at home. Tennessee's at Houston. So, my thing is, I hate the Titans pretty much because they beat the Steelers, even though the Steelers look pretty bad. I'm not happy. But, to Tennessee credit, they played a decent game. The Texans played very well in coming back from a 21-point deficit to beat the Chargers on Monday Night Football. So, give me Houston pretty convincingly. I'm going to pick them 33, Tennessee 17. Joe?
Let's face it, it's the Texans.
Yep,
They're great at home.
They are.
Tennessee shouldn't have won.
They should not have.
I mean, they're not that great of a
They got
team.
lucky.
And they're the away team, and they're going up against the home crowd favorites, the Texans. Obviously, it's the Texans.
Obviously, I'm thinking so. All right, next game. The last 1 o'clock game. The San Diego Chargers against the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams were pretty good until the fourth quarter. Let's just say that. The Chargers, how could you give that game away? Brandon Dry's like, oh man, I can't believe the Chargers lost, man. That sucks. The Eagles, my friends like the Eagles, and they're pretty happy that they won. Now, who's going to win? I don't know. But I can give you a track record of how these teams done in their division. Both the Eagles did last year. The Chargers did, I think, second. Yeah, they were second place. So I think I'm going to have to go with the away team this one, even though the away team doesn't play well on the road. Like for West Coast teams don't play good on East Coast schedules. So give me the San Diego Chargers 33, Philadelphia Eagles 30 in a shootout. What do you got?
Let's see. Well, this new Chip Kelly offense has impressed me. And they pretty much blew them away in the first half, and they barely made it out of Washington. But, hey, they got the job done.
Mm-hmm.
In San Diego, I'm not fully convinced that they're going to, I mean, they'll do great in the first half, but I think once it gets to the second half, they'll tire down. So there's really no point in going for the Chargers. I mean, Teo's out, so they can't really rely on him. Phillip Rivers is complete shit. I mean, Michael Vick, I mean, it's really proven he's still got it. So, you know, as much as I'm more of a Giants fan over the Eagles, and I would pick over them every day, but I would have to say Eagles.
All right, man. So the Eagles, impressive pick. All right, now the 4 o'clock games. The first one, the Detroit Lions against the Arizona Cardinals. This is definitely going to be an impressive game. Hey guys, the Detroit Lions, they won pretty convincingly over Minnesota. The Cardinals barely lost to those Rams. This will be an interesting game to see who wins. This is a rematch from last year's game. Give me Detroit with those on because I think Reggie Bush is going to crush the Cardinals defense, and the Calvatron will just pretty much just destroy Tyrann Mathieu. So give me the Detroit Lions on the road, 27, Arizona 20.
Detroit Lions with Reggie Bush have shown that they got something. They got something pretty good going. But the Cardinals, even with Carson Palmer, I mean, I thought they were going to win against the Rams, but thankfully they didn't. So, I mean, in all seriousness, Detroit's going to just go up, and Arizona's going to go down and down. So, let's go with Detroit.
All right, so we're going with Detroit, both of us. Next game, the New Orleans Saints against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1 second, I'm just going to get a drink. So, give me 1 second, I'm just going to take a drink. All right, New Orleans. They played great against Atlanta, and they beat Atlanta, which was pretty surprising because I picked Atlanta to win. The Buccaneers almost beat the Jets, but they didn't because of that late hit. They're uncharacteristically a penalty team. They're going to be the highest penalized team this year. So, I'm going to have to say New Orleans 31, Tampa Bay 20. Joe?
Let's see. Tampa, just because my floor director at work is a Tampa Bay fan, and he lost, and you know they're going up against the Saints.
Yep, the Saints.
And now that their main coach is back,
Yep.
I mean Saints. You gotta
Saints. All right, so Saints. Impressive. I like the Saints too. So, the next game on the list, Jacksonville and Oakland, a.k.a. the Toilet Bowl, from what people call it. Jacksonville, 0-16 this year. Give me Oakland. Very easy. 33, Jacksonville, 5. Let's give them 5 points. 3 more points than anything left. All right, Joe, what do you got?
Well, I mean, come on. They got Chad Henne now.
They do.
And we all know the Chad Henne song. So,
Chad Henne song.
yeah, so.
Oh,
God.
That's so funny.
So, you gotta go with Oakland because they have the new quarterback Pryor. He's getting he's becoming he's getting a lot better. I mean, he surprised me in that Colts game he had. So let's give Oakland a chance. Let's go Raiders.
All right. So that's going to be Oakland for both of us. Next game, the Manning Bowl. Denver versus New York. This is going to be a big game. Trust me, this is going to be a great game. It's going to be a big game. But the Giants coming off a terrible loss. The Broncos coming off a great win against Baltimore, defending Super Bowl champions. It's very tough who I want to see win. Eli or Peyton. Peyton is dominating the Manning Bowl. Let's just say that, because pretty much the Giants, they've only played a couple times. The last time the Manning Bowl was on Sunday Night Football in Week 2, and then the Colts pretty much just walked over the Giants. How will it be? It won't be pretty bad this year, but I think it'll be pretty good. A pretty good win for the Broncos, unfortunately, Joe. I'm sorry. So, give me Peyton and Eli. This is going to be very close. 35, Giants 33. What we got?
Giants, man. Giants. I mean, I love them. I love them, the Giants, man. But it's Peyton Manning. It's the older brother versus the younger brother. I mean, what can you say? It's the Broncos. They're on a roll right now.
They are.
As much as I want them to win, and I'm going to be rooting for those Giants, but
Probably will too.
I gotta say Broncos.
I'll probably be rooting for the Giants too because I hate the Broncos. Long time hatred for them. Now, the Sunday night game. San Francisco, Seattle. A great matchup. A great defensive matchup. Definitely going to be one to remember. This is going to be a very good game. Both coming off wins. The Seahawks less impressive than the 49ers, but anyway, it's still a win. The Seahawks are great at home. They are great. So, give me Seattle in the upset because 49ers right now are favored. Give me Seattle. On a very low-scoring game. I'm trying to think of the score. 17-13 Seahawks.
Here's the advantage for the 49ers. They got Kaepernick.
They do.
They got Anquan Bolden.
They do.
Here's the advantage for the Seahawks. They have the loudest football arena in the whole league.
It is.
I mean,
loud.
it is so loud, even the commentators can't hear themselves sometimes.
I know.
But, with all that being said, 49ers are still the best team in that division right now.
They are.
And I think going into this, the 49ers are going to find a way to battle the loud crowd, and they're able to pull off an upset victory in Seattle. So, San Fran.
Wow, because last time that happened, the Seahawks crushed the 49ers at
Yes,
home.
they did.
So, we'll see. We'll see. Now, the final game of the regular season weekend, the Monday Night Football game, the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cincinnati Bengals. Ooh, a rivalry. Man, the Steelers cannot go 0-2. They can't. They can't go 0-2. It will not be good. But they're always very good when coming off a loss with Mike Tomlin. They're very good with it. I don't know what the statistics are, but at least over a 700.7 winning percentage. So, give me the Steelers because they need this. Because they got some great signings. They signed Fernando Velasco, a former center guard from Tennessee who played all 16 games last year. Give me them and Jonathan Dwyer. And a new kicker, Shane Graham, because Sean Sweezen's hurt, unfortunately. But we'll see how they do. I think they're going to be pretty well, and this is going to be a very close game. It's going to come down to the final minutes. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Give me Pittsburgh 13, Cincinnati 10.
Let me channel Alex for a minute. Your Steelers are going to lose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. I don't even know what that was in week 1.
That was...
But, despite what you say, Bengals, despite the loss, they're still in the top 10
They are.
of the whole league right now.
They are.
I mean...
I hate them as much.
I know you do. But, that being said, you do the Bengals... I mean, I don't know what the Steelers are going to be like at home. I really don't. But, I mean, I think Bengals are just going to run right over them. I'm sorry to say it, Lucas. Your Bengals are going to beat the
Boo! I'm not happy about that because it's black and gold, I'm thinking, man. The Bengals and Steelers rivalry, the Steelers have done pretty well against the Bengals, but you never know what's going to happen because James Harrison's first game against the Steelers since the Steelers let him go, which was unfortunate, but he's getting older and he wasn't much of a fat. So we'll see. My big X factor for the game is how if Le'Veon Bell plays. If Le'Veon Bell plays, it's going to be pretty good for the Steelers. And we also got Isaac Redmond, Jonathan Dwyer back. So we'll see. I really hope they can pull this one off because if they pull this win off, it'll be great. Because it'll bring back to the Steelers that I know and love. Because they got their offensive line is not that bad. It's just not having Kelvin Beacom there instead of Marquise Pouncey really hurt us last game. So it was time to get this array. I think they'll be a lot better this game compared to week 1. And they are going to, and Mike Tomlin, from what I've heard, has really ripped the team apart and is going to make them win on Monday night. So, Steelers 13, Bengals 10. Alright, well that's it for our week number 2 picks. I would like to thank Joe for joining me. Sorry, there you go.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me. And until my next video, until my next Workout Wednesdays, question of the day, whatever it is, I'll see you guys next time. See you later and stay awesome.